What's going on, chess lovers? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. Y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. In this video, I want to share with y'all how I defeated Grandmaster Pravin Thipsay. If y'all know about Pravin Thipsay, he is the first Indian Grandmaster. He's actually the first Indian Grandmaster, and he is the first Indian to win the Commonwealth Chess Championship. So very, very strong player. I believe he's about 64 years old or whatever. I don't know if he's still playing chess tournaments or not, but all I know is during his time he was like a very, very strong grandmaster, and I just want to share with y'all this game. I played the Scotch Gambit. I know in this video I shared a lot of my Scotch Gambit games and everything. So in this one I'm going to show you exactly, what the Scotch Gambit could do. So without further ado, let's actually jump right to it. All right. So obviously I played as white. He played as black. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, D4, E captures D4, and then bishop C4. All right. So after bishop c5, he defends this pawn on d4. I see a lot of players, they do play c3 to sacrifice another pawn to develop a more piece, to get piece activity. But in this case, I actually just castle kingside. This is all book move. Knight f6 and then e5. Again, still book move. D5, E captures f6. D captures c4, and usually when black does this, he tries to secure a center, his piece in the center of the board where he can kind of like control the board, but in this case I actually utilize his king being in the center of the board, so I try to take advantage of that. So I played the move rook e1 check, bishop b6, he blocks, and then knight g5. And then my opponent, played queen d5. So in this position, let's say if queen captures f6, what do you think? I mean, is that a good move or is it a bad move? I'll give y'all 5 seconds to, figure that out. All right. Is it a good move or is it a bad move? All right, guys. So again, the question is it a good move or is it a bad move if queen captures f6? So, like I said, if y'all need to pause the video, y'all can pause the video. But if y'all haven't figured it out, if it was a good move or a bad move, I'm gonna show you why this is a bad move, because this is a bad move. Queen captures f6. If queen captures f6, knight captures e6. And of course, obviously, he's not going to take with the queen because my rook is right here. If he decides to take with the pawn, then I have this beautiful move, queen h5 check, where I'm actually hitting the dark square bishop as well, and I'm actually up a piece. All right. So that's the reason why he didn't take. Knight g5. So again, the move that he played is queen d5. Again, this is all book moves. I go knight c3. Of course, d captures c3 cannot happen due to queen captures d5. I pretty much win a queen due to the fact that the bishop cannot take, due to the rook is pinning the light square bishop on e6. All right. So knight c3. He goes queen f5, and then I hit him with the move g4. Again, still book move. He goes queen captures f6, which is a mistake. And the reason why is he gives me the opportunity to put my piece to a better square and to attack him even more. So in this position, what would you do in this position? Again, I'll give you 5 seconds to figure this out. What would you do in this position? If you need to pause the video, and let's see where y'all at. All right, guys. So if you thought about, knight e4 and knight e4, it's not really doing anything. If knight e4, he got queen e7, and then if you take, I mean, it's still perfectly fine. Even after knight captures, he takes rook captures e6. He got king d7. Uh, it's not really, um, not really doing too much. Even after queen e2, he could just move the rook over, and blacks would definitely have some sort of advantage. Even with him not being able to castle, he's not. It's not a big threat no more. All right. So not knight e4. So the move that is the correct move in playing this is actually knight d5, which is what I played. I played knight d5. I'm utilizing the pin. The bishop cannot take the knight due to, again, the rook is pinning the light square bishop on e6. All right. So of course my opponent played queen d8, right? But what if queen g6? Well, what about this move? What would y'all do in this move if he went queen g6? Again, guys, I'm asking these questions because I'm trying to get y'all to think, tactically. What would you play in this position? Give y'all 5 seconds to think about it. Pause the video if you need to. All right, guys. So the best move in this game would be knight captures e6. Why? Obviously, the queen is not going to take again due to the rook. So if he takes with the pawn, then we have rook captures e6 check, in which doesn't matter what he does. If he doesn't take my rook, I'm gonna take his queen. If he does take my queen, I have the move knight captures c7 check, and I'm pinning, or not pinning, but I'm forking the king on e8 and the queen, in which this queen will be gone, and white would definitely have an advantage here. All right, so after knight d5, queen d8. Now, what would y'all do? Now, this might be a little bit tricky for y'all. What would y'all do in this position? And I'll give y'all, again, 5 seconds to figure it out. If you need to pause the video, again, pause the video. All right, guys. So, in this position, I want to attack. With the Scotch Gambit, it's all about, attack, attack, attack. And the whole point of this opening is to keep the king in the center of the board as long as possible. That's what we want to do. And we definitely want to utilize our forces, our pieces to get in the game and to try to checkmate the king. That's what we want to do, right? So, in this game, I know a lot of y'all may think of knight captures e6 and rook captures e6, but that is not the move. The move that I play is rook captures e6. After he takes, I go knight captures e6. And of course, guys, I'm hitting his queen, I'm hitting his bishop, but also the king is still in the center of the board. Again, I could get my bishop out if I want to. There's a lot of things that I could do in this position because the king is in the center of the board. So what y'all have to realize is you want peace activity, over just winning material and everything. And yeah, we can try to win material, but in this case, guys, we got the kings in the center of the board, and when you're gonna play stuff like this, you can't be afraid to give away your pieces, to sacrifice your piece. Obviously, if you sacrifice your piece, you gotta have a purpose with it. You gotta know exactly what you're doing when you're attacking, but also using attacking principles. And that's pretty much what I'm using. The principle is, like I always said in the beginning, if you have 3 or more pieces surrounding the king, you can start an attack. In this case, guys, even though I have 2 pieces, close to the king, but yet, guys, the king is still in the center of the board, and eventually I will be able to get my queen and then my bishop out, which is like real easy. And it just, from here, it just straight, nothing but attack. All right. So the whole point of knight captures e6. If the queen captures d5, I have the move knight captures c7 check, and I'm also I'm pretty much forking the king and the queen, and this queen is lost. All right. Now there's a many variations, or where after this move, the queen may go on queen d6, because he knows he can't take the knight because he'll lose his queen. But then we have beautiful moves like, you know, bishop f4 that could come into play, and then queen e2. So like for instance, if he blocks with the if he blocks with, you know, the knight and everything, we still have this beautiful move, queen e2, which is definitely going to put a stop to a lot of his stuff. And this is just nasty, guys, very, very nasty. And again, it doesn't matter which knight the queen takes, you know, he still gets the same treatment with the fork against the king and the queen. And if he takes with queen captures d5, we still have the same thing, knight c7 check, and then still hitting this queen as well, which will win. All right. So in this position, after knight captures e6, I'm sorry, guys. After rook captures e6, of course, my opponent, he didn't take at all. And honestly, guys, this automatically loses in general, due to the fact that because he doesn't take, now I can utilize this pin on him now. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces surrounding the king, which makes it even more dangerous. And of course, guys, it's going to be a strong attack. Obviously, guys, the queen is not going to be able to take the knight due to queen captures f7 is checkmate. All right. So f6 is played, which he tries to stop the mate. But of course, guys, I hit him with the move knight captures f6. Just knight captures f6. He takes, I go rook captures f6 check, and then king g8, which also he blundered as well. In which, guys, I actually made a mistake. I did I didn't really do a mouse slip. I just was moving too fast. But as soon as I moved it, I already saw that I missed the checkmate. Can y'all see a 2-move mate? Can y'all see it? Do y'all see the 2-move mate? All right, so if y'all see this move, rook g6, you would be correct. As you see, it's none that he could do but take, and then this is queen f7 is checkmate. So yeah, I was moving real fast. I mean, this is bullet chess and everything, but I was moving really fast and everything. And a lot of the stuff that he played, as you see in the beginning of the game, it was all book moves. I know these lines very well. It didn't matter what kind of move he played. I look at this for a very, very long time. And obviously he wasn't too familiar with it, or maybe he was familiar with it but didn't have it all the way down pat like I did. All right, but that was the one that I can't believe and the crazy part is when I made the move that I played. I'm gonna show you exactly the move that I played. The move that I played, guys, after rook captures f6 and king g8, I wound up doing the move knight e6, which was the wrong move. Rook g6 is the right move because it was made in two. But it was just me moving really fast. Queen e7, and I just went queen f5. And of course, after this, it doesn't really matter if I miss, because again, I'm still winning this either way, so it doesn't even matter. But after queen f5, my opponent played knight e5. I just go queen captures e5. He goes rook e8, and then I go queen g5 on check. And my opponent, I think he resigned. Yep, he resigned in this position. Because as you can see, the king can't move anywhere at all. He can't move anywhere. So the only thing that he could block it with is with queen g7. And then, of course, queen captures g7 is checkmate. So, yes, guys. So, if you know your lines, guys, and this is what I talked about in the 5 chess tips of improving your chess game rapidly, is study one opening. Now, the reason why I know a good amount of openings, guys, because I was actually studying that one opening for a very long time, trying to master it, and that's what I did. And then after I mastered that, or I felt like I mastered it, I went with the next opening, you know. And then each time I would just keep analyzing my games. Even if it was something different that was played, I would go back and analyze the game. So, and that's pretty much what I did. Even in a one's position, I would still analyze it again. So simple as that. And as you see, guys, I'm on a analysis list as well. I just pretty much blocked the list so I could get y'all to help y'all to think, you know, how I think, you know, and how I make moves. All right. So if you definitely enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.